Now let's turn to Abia State, where the PDP appears to have renewed its fire, criticizing Governor Alex Otti's administration. In the past, we've heard allegations of financial misappropriation, including the controversial 54 billion naira Smart Schools initiative. But just last week, the Otti administration put reporters on the record, insisting that the 54 billion naira doesn't equate to missing funds and labeling claims of 7 billion naira already spent on smart schools as false, misleading, and mischievous. To make political matters even more dramatic, the former deputy governor, Ude Okochukwu, longer PDP stalwart, defected to the Labour Party, declaring that the PDP in Abia has closed shop. Joining me now is Eric Ekwago, PDP's Publicity Secretary in Abia State, for more on this development. Explicitly denied any missing funds, insisting budget allocations differ from actual spending. So what really is the PDP all about?
Please let me put this in straight, that we're talking about budget performance. We all know that budget is estimates, but performance are actuals. So what we're talking about is budget performance as recorded, posted on the state's website by the Accountant General of the state and approved by the governor himself. Now, I take you to the website of the state, abiastate.gov.ng. Go to annual reports. You see all those things. It was a SEPTAS program that mandates states to post quarterly their expenditure. So what we're talking about is the expenses of the state already spent on, said to be spent on public schools. And we're looking at the figures and we couldn't find anywhere in Abia State where we could locate the schools. So it's a simple question. Please, can you tell us where these schools are located? That question has not been answered. So the governor trying to misinform the public because he believes Abians do not read, that the budget performance is mere estimate, is what we don't want to take. Now let me give this background. You know, because the president took a very tough decision of removing fuel subsidy and floating the naira, it was a very difficult decision to take. If he wants to be politically right, he wouldn't have taken that. But economically, it makes a lot of sense. So these governors receive humongous amount. Now, with what the governor has received, we're asking, what have you done with this? And through his own publications, we have looked through the books, and we have found out that this governor claimed that he paid pensioners 17 billion to defray the pension arrears. But upon finding out, these pensioners said that they were tricked into forfeiting their pension arrears. And we said, no, that is not right. Now you have claimed over 72.5 billion in the renovation of schools. Now go to Enugu State's own website, their own SEPTAS report. You will see that the governor of Enugu State spent 38.8 billion in construction of 200 mega integrated smart schools. And you can see the visuals. It's everywhere, all over Enugu State.
But government is saying that many of these projects, for instance, like the smart schools projects, are projects that are still ongoing with pilot installations delivered, but that the comprehensive rollout is still pending.
No, this is already money spent. So if you have spent 54 billion in Q4 of 2024, we should see an appreciable amount development in areas. Let's just mention the schools. To what level have you paid 54 billion? Listen, this is money already spent, for Christ's sake. So if you have spent 54 billion, we should see something tangible. What about the local government? Nothing is happening anywhere in Abia local government. And the federal government takes the bulk of the blames, whereas the state governors receive humongous amounts. Every state governor of this era has paid off gratuities. All of them, apart from Abia. Just recently, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria mandated the governors to water the grassroots. What does it mean by watering the grassroots? Allow this money to trickle down. Go to Abia State, no local government is functioning. There is no local government in Abia State today that receives anything less than 350 million. Every month, go there is a dead end for everybody. And salaries remain almost stagnant. The 70,000 minimum wage has not been able to be paid. Abia State today, it is on record, is the highest unemployment capital in Nigeria, 18.7%. And we're talking about facts and figures here. I'm not quoting something that is not factual. This is something the governor posted on his website.
Yeah, but you're making very huge allegations and
these are not allegations. These are facts.
Blanket statements like saying that the local government isn't working.
It is dead. Go to any local government. Nothing is happening there. If in Enugu State, You see local government construct roads, 30-kilometer roads, bridges. We expect that.
If things are really that bad, why are people leaving your party to the Labour Party?
No, you see,
the ex-deputy governor.
We play politics of anywhere the left is. See, the real PDP faithful are in PDP. It is those ones who believe that they must have a hand in the pot of soup that will jump in to any party that is in power. So that is what you see. So, but I'm talking about governance now. Politicians can play politics. We're talking about the Naira and Kobo that's been received by Abia State government on behalf of the Abia people. And we are asking, why is every state governor clearing gratuities? Why is Abia State road contracts exaggerated? A road of less than 6 kilometers is being done for 35.5 billion a kilometer, meaning he's spending 6 billion per kilometer. And he blames the bulk of money he received from the federal is being consumed by inflation. And we say no. It is the overpriced project sums that makes this thing look as if nothing is happening. The governor of Abia State has spent 280 billion by his own record on road reconstruction. That could have given Abia State about at least 1,200 kilometer road. Where do we see that kind of a road in Abia? Civil servants are still struggling with correct consequential minimum payment. And this is not happening. So what we are saying is this. We're not talking about politics. We are talking about Naira and Kobo. I'm of PDP, for Christ's sake. I should be criticizing the president. But I'm saying that the president has taken a bold decision.
A lot of things have changed these days, though.
A whole lot, yes.
In 2025, we've seen a lot of things change. The River State election just held, and we saw a lot of marriage between the APC and PDP. So Nigerians understand precisely why PDP will be supporting, why a certain section of PDP will be supporting Mr. Governor. But Governor Otti has asked the PDP to offer solutions, not just criticize.
Very simple.
So what concrete alternative policy proposals or oversight frameworks are you offering as a party beyond just pointing out the flaws?
Please, I want the Labour Party governor, being a Labour-friendly governor, to take the cue. Others have started wetting the floor, the grassroots. Please, Imo State governor just increased minimum wage to 104. You are still struggling to pay. What they do is, put 10,000, 20,000 here and there, not following the template. That
How much does the state government currently pay?
They said it's 70,000, but actually it is not 70,000. As any civil servant, they pick and choose here and there, 10,000 here, 5,000 here, 2,000 here, to form the consequential adjustment. It's supposed to be a fraction or percentage increase across the ranks. But what they do is choose and pick. The exposure is about 4.6 billion. That's the salary exposure of the state from fact that they posted on their website. And this government received about 38 billion. The last quarter, what they received was 104 billion naira. When you do the math, divide by 3, it will give about 38 billion from fact and other sources of revenue, amounting to 38 billion every month. And your salary exposure is 4.6, and you're struggling. So the advice is this: reduce the way you inflate cost of contract. Let me tell you this before I forget. The Arochukwu Express Road that everybody knows, institutional record is at 35 kilometers. This governor said he's about 41 kilometers. The commissioner for work says it's 44 kilometers. And we're asking, if going by his 6 billion per kilometer road, and you have added extra 9 kilometers, you are spending unnecessary 36 billion. So if you reduce the way you inflate cost of contracts in Abia, if you reduce the way you spend money recklessly on infrastructure that we don't see, is only existing in the performance report, like the 6.5 billion recreational facility, for Christ's sake. You see the governor spending 4.5 billion on agricultural seedling. There's nowhere. He said he has the oriental rights. And we're saying, please, sir, can we see it? You say he has spent 10 billion in ICT infrastructure. Please, sir, where are these things? So if he could be religious enough, like other governors, you will see him come up with iconic projects. We're no longer talking about roads, for Christ's sake. With the quantum of resources that is accrued to these governors, they do bigger things. Things that the governors of yesteryears were afraid to venture into. Now they boldly enter. Go to Imo State. All the entry points of Imo State is an APC governor, for Christ's sake. The governor of Imo State has cleared them. Look at what is happening in Anambra. When the Anambra governor invited the president to come, he had 6 iconic projects to showcase. But when the governor of Abia State invited the president, thank God he didn't come, because I wrote a petition and said, don't get yourself attached to such fraud. That a 6-kilometer road will be costing Abia State 35.6 billion. It is a fraud of monumental proportion that you recorded in your own safe tax report. What are we saying? If you can cut on distance, you can be able to save enough money to do iconic projects. Because Abia State is the poverty capital of Nigeria, and the unemployment capital at 18.7%. This is from National Bureau of Statistics. It's not coming from me. These are facts. So if that is the case, you should be prioritizing industrialization. You should be prioritizing, just like the Enugu governor has revived a lot of moribund industry. Why can't we do that in Abia? We receive more FAC allocation. We receive more other sources of revenue than Enugu state governor. Why are these people praising the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for making funds available to them? Why is it in only Abia that we talk about the cost of inflation? Now, let me tell you that the Commissioner of Finance takes about 10 billion to manage his office. So they understand the time value of money when it comes to them managing the resources. But the civil servant is pegged at that. Remember when the president just took over and removed the subsidy? It was difficult. And he tried to improve on the welfare of people. Some state governors, what they did was to start alternating days where workers come to work. Some provided vehicles, buses to convey. Till today, we hear about buses in other states. In Abia, till date, nothing is happening. Go to Enugu, you see iconic terminal, bus terminal, with over 200 buses.
You know what the state government is saying? Yeah, the state government is saying that what probably has necessitated this knee-jerk reaction from your party is the just concluded by-election, which again solidified Labour Party's influence in the region.
By-election?
I want us to talk about, yes, of course, Labour Party, I think it was Labour Party and N54bn
in Abia?
That had, no, not necessarily in Abia. I'm saying in the region. There were 16 seats contested. APC had 14, and then the other two parties won about 4. I want us to look at the implication of this on 2027, and what do you think the lot of the PDP is in Abia, seeing high-profile members of your party jumping ship. What's your strategic response to regain public confidence in Abia?
This has nothing to do with politics, to Christ's sake. I'm talking about the quantum of money.
I am talking politics now because you are the publicity secretary of the PDP.
Politics election. Were they not? So what magic are they going to perform there? This is still a governor that said he's not going to welcome these feeding bottle politicians who feed fat from the state resources. Why are you welcoming them? If they are so much a bad group of politicians, why are you welcoming them? The real, genuine PDP people are in PDP. We are there to revive the party. But what I'm saying is not about winning 2027 election. It's all about accountability to the people. If it's about winning, we wouldn't have been giving him expo. It is by this exposition. Let me tell you today that the taxation on an average Abian has tripled. In fact, the keke riders are demonstrating as we speak because of the increment in the daily they pay. So I'm asking, if a governor receives so much and has just received a loan, why will you be taxing the people? If not for overpriced contract. So, in essence, what we are saying is it's not about winning an election, losing or winning. It's all about performance. It's all about what you promise to do for the people. Please, this governor campaigned on the strength of he's going to change the governance template. He was the governor that said he was not going to take security vote. But this man takes about 900 million.
Huge allegation.
It's not an allegation. From quarter 3, let me quote. Please, it is on public. I'm on public this thing. Please, let me tell you. In quarter 2 of 2023, the governor took 2.8 billion as security vote. Quote me, and used 5.5 billion in servicing his office. Quote me, please. Take it down. Go to the website and check it. I am not making allegations here. Rather, I'm putting back their figures, performance, actuals. I'm not talking about budget here. This is about budget performance. So if the governor could please pay the gratuities of these retirees, not force them to forfeit it. If he can reduce the cost of contracts, he will be able to save more.
Good place to live.
To make sure that this welfare of the people is really taken care of.
Good place to leave it. By the way, just some correction about the figures earlier. I think APC won 12 out of the 16 constituencies during the by-election. I think it was APGA, PDP, and N54bn that had the other 4.
So Labour Party is nowhere.
Well, PDP had only just about 1 or 2, so you guys are in the same category. After all, Labour Party has only 1 governor for crying out loud.
And the governor
compared to how many
friendly.
PDP governors?
Why is he allowing the APC governors to take the lead?
Abia State government has a right of reply, and we probably will feature them also subsequently on the program. PDP's Publicity Secretary in Abia State, Eric Ekwago, thank you so much for talking to us on the program this evening. That's our show today. Remember, you can watch it again at midnight and 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Nifemi Ogutoye. See you again soon.